Breaking news tonight out of Ferguson, Missouri.
Live pictures coming in as we learn the grand jury's decision in the shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown. No charges filed against police officer Darren Wilson. As you can see, there is a lot of smoke, there are horns honking, and there are businesses on fire.
You do understand that there is some looting going on in the area near the police station and where some of our reporters are standing by. Let's go to Eli Rosenberg right now. Eli?
Hey. Well, guys, things have deteriorated rapidly here. Let's start right over here where we have a column moving in of armed police officers and an armed vehicle there in the front. This has really gone south within the last hour as they move in. One of the reasons why is we saw a lot of looting. It really happened so fast. First place hit was the cell phone store there, and you can see it is on fire right now. Fire crews took a while to get in. They came in an armed police escort as they came in, and they're trying to put out this fire. Also hit is the McDonald's here. Both were looted back in August and both were hit again. And then we have another place right here, a cell phone store. We were about a half a parking lot away, a good 100 feet. We heard the crash of glass, and then we saw streams of people moving in here. This is all not too far from the burnt Quick Trip. That was really the focal point of the looting back, or rather the meetings back in August. And this is where they moved in, and now you can see they're battling this fire. We actually had to move back a little bit when we saw someone pull out a gun and fire at least 4 shots in the air. We relocated, but once police came in, we were able to come back here to this location as they continue to fight this fire. Let's come back over here, and you can see we hadn't seen this since we were here in August. The past couple of days we saw nowhere near this police presence, but look at it here as they get prepared to move in. They came in earlier, they stood in front of that mobile PCS store, they stood in front of the McDonald's, and all the people left, but after about 15 minutes they pulled out. It really only took about 10 more minutes for them to start breaking down the window and the door at the cell phone store and at the McDonald's and at the liquor store as well. All of these places hit in August, and all of these places had taken precautions. We saw security guards at the McDonald's earlier. The cell phone store was boarded up. The liquor store was boarded up. But so many people pulling on this, so many people with sledgehammers and rocks and cement. It really was no match, and they were able to get in. We have multiple fire departments here on the scene battling this fire at the cell phone store. You can see they're working. Not normal circumstances. They have police officers all around them as well. We've seen the group, the people that were out here, leave as police moved in, but it's still a tense environment with the smoke in the air and that smell. And now those armed guards, you can see with their rifles out there, their gas masks and their shields as well. So this is the scene here. This is the scene we saw in August. What they're saying right now is this is no longer a safe protest. This is no longer a peaceful protest. They are ordering people off the road as they advance slowly through it, and as the sky here kind of fills with that smoke from the cell phone store. Not clear what caused the cell phone store to go up in flames. It really was about 10 minutes after the looters were inside that they kind of saw the smoke, little at first and then more and more. Why don't we walk for a minute here with the armed guards here as they're moving through with their armed carrier, and you can see how they're taking no chances. That's a state trooper right there, military rifle of sorts right there. So armed with batons and gas masks as they walk down West Florissant here in Ferguson. We had a chance to watch the grand jury announcement come in with some people who live in the area at a local barber shop, and they were obviously very disappointed. This area has just been on edge for so long, wanting to know something. So when the word came out, there was definitely a lot of disappointment as they kind of reacted. We knew something was going to happen. You could just feel it in the air. We just didn't know to what magnitude it would happen. So now we're seeing that magnitude in the form of looting, in the form of a fire, and now in the form of these police officers moving in and attempting to clear the streets. That's the scene from here. Let's send it back to you guys.
Eli, quick question for you. When you were there in August and you said some of these same places have been looted once again now that we're in November, does the police presence seem more organized or different than it was in August?
It is, but I think they're trying to balance that whole thing of freedom of speech and letting these people kind of vent how they feel with maintaining security here. They came in here, people dispersed, but the people we saw out here weren't trying to vocalize how they felt about Michael Brown. It was clear they really only had one thing in mind, and that's what we saw in the form of looting at the McDonald's, at the Ferguson Market, at the cell phone store we just showed you, and also at the cell phone store here on Fire. There are plenty of people who have desperately tried to prevent scenes like this from playing out tonight. There was church groups, there was organizers here on the ground trying to talk with these people, but it really only took a couple, and once they started trying to get into the cell phone store and the liquor store, well, more followed, and this kind of mob mentality just started to grow with people trying to, you know, get into these stores. It wasn't even clear they were able to take that much, but it was really just kind of, they had their mind made when they got out here, this is what they were going to do, and that led to the scene that you guys are seeing right here.